but we need to understand that when we are 4 hours like scrolling on Instagram, Grok, or whatever, it's kicking us dopamine that is not very good for our brain, and it doesn't allow our prefrontal cortex to work well. So that's something very important as well. I was talking about this in the beginning of my speech. The amygdala is the internal panic button. So when we have an input, the brain doesn't. That's the reason why sometimes we lose the papers. I don't know if he said it in English, when we have a reaction that we didn't want to do in this moment. Because when we receive a communication, when we receive an information, this information penetrates the brain, and like it doesn't go to the rational part, it penetrates the brain, goes to the amygdala within like less than a second, 0.2 seconds. And to go back to the part of the brain, the frontal cortex, that allows us to be logical, to plan, to be rational, it can take 2 seconds. So we need to breathe the decisions, and sleep over the decisions. I don't know if your mom told you, or your grandma told you, like, consúltalo con la almohada, no? Like, talk with the pillow. I don't know how to say that in English. How do you say that in English, George? Talk to the pillow, no?
Yeah, talk to the pillow. I think sleep a night over it. That's what he means.
See, yeah, and that has. I always like make a lot of fun because our parents and grandmas, like, they say a lot of things that has a neuroscientific explication, even though they didn't know it. And that's because when we go to sleep, all the things that we learn during the day, they do a process in the brain between the two hemispheres, and the long-term memory goes to the hippocampus. And we have a good hygiene, the sleeping, and we have the líquido encefalorraquídeo. There will be some words that I'm not capable to say in English. Encefalorraquídeo is liquid, I don't know, whatever. You don't have to remember this anyway. Some liquid that goes in the brain and cleans the hemispheres, and also helps to process everything that you learn. That happened during the night. So we have to sleep over. When we have to take a decision, don't rush. Oh, now it's super good, the Bitcoin. Oh, super good, the this stock. Or like, sleep over it. Sleep over it. Okay? Consúltalo con la almohada. Okay, next. Let's put this video. You need to find, it's very important, count the people who is in white, how many times they pass the ball, just the people in white.
This is a test of selective attention. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball. How many passes did you count?
How many passes did you count?
The correct answer is 15 passes.
Just put it in the chat.
But did you see the gorilla?
So, well, this
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 video is from
activity,
research by
you can
Daniel
stop it.
Simons and Christopher.
This video reflects how the reticular system works, when we want to pay attention. And the people who saw the gorilla, I will ask you another question. That is, how many passes had the team in black? And most likely you cannot answer. So the information is there, and maybe some people can pass the gorilla and some people don't pass the gorilla, but they pass how many passes had the people in black. So we need to consider that our brain needs to put focus on something. Okay? Next. Yeah, that's the same as was explaining the stem articular activation. Okay. So, as I was saying in the beginning of the speech, your emotions shape your result. Remember, it was on the top of the iceberg result. under the results were the behaves, below the water was the emotions and the thoughts. So your emotions are going to shape your results. So before learning about graphics and balances económicos, learn about your emotions. So, how to hack your brain before you invest? Pause before reacting. That sounds like, oh, it's obvious. Like, yeah, well, most of the people don't do the obvious, Pause and breathe. Because when you are breathing also and you breathe with the nose, the neurons and the electricity in your brain will go to alpha system. And from alpha energy, you can take better decisions because the prefrontal cortex works better. If you are in high beta, not. And just connecting with your breathing and pausing, it's very, very important to take better decisions. Labeling the emotions, it's demonstrated by a ton of studies in neuroscience that just because the emotion is irrational, you don't need the language to feel something, right? But to use the prefrontal cortex, you need the language. So when we are feeling something, if we are capable to mention in words what we are feeling, this activates the prefrontal cortex. So just with the trick of, I am feeling fear, I am feeling excitement, I am feeling frustration, just saying this, it activates your prefrontal cortex. That's what you need to take better decisions. That's a very easy trick, okay? And always check your alignment, long term, short term. This is serving my long term financial goals or just my short term mood? Ask yourself this question. It's very easy. And as I was said, lead your finance decisions with your brain and your heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gladys. That was amazing. Really great input and a good insight into what we're building here when we talk about financial education. Just to give you a recap why we did all of that. We learned today money is losing value. We have to do something. There's a lack of guidance. We don't know really where to go. And the reason why is because we don't really have a financial education system. We don't really know where to go. We can find a lot of people on YouTube maybe helping us, but there are really experts out there. And the idea is bringing all of that together and make it for you digestible and very accessible and easy to learn. And yeah, that's why I want to present you shortly what is Investling. We are your financial education platform we're currently building. And very important for you, oh, have this twice, for you to give you a bit of an insight what we are doing here. So we're building a video library where we explain you all of those concepts from inflation, also about all the neuroscientific part that you just heard from Gladys in a very digestible way. We are building short videos, perfect for our busy TikTok minds, maximum 3 minutes.